up, YouTube? Welcome back. I'm going to harvest some herbs in my garden this morning, so I figured I'd take y'all along with me. It is getting to be late September. It's actually pretty cool this morning. See, I have my jacket on. It's warming up a little bit. We're still supposed to get like high 90s during the day, so our days are still hot, but our evenings and our nights, they're staying really cool. So let's go harvest some herbs. All right, guys, I have herbs kind of interspersed all throughout my garden. Right here, I have a bit of a little clump. I have some regular sweet basil. I have Thai basil, and I have holy basil. And this big old mammoth of a plant right here is pineapple sage. So we are going to cut them all down pretty good, take them inside and hang them to dry. Forgot to mention the lemongrass too. It is just a beast. I typically would have wanted to get out here just a little bit earlier, but I didn't. Typically I try to get out here early in the morning, kind of right when the sun is coming up, to harvest herbs, because that is when they are going to kind of taste their best and have most of their properties in the leaf. As it gets hotter, those properties go back down into the root throughout the day. But you know, such is life. I have kids. I don't always get out here that early, but we're out here now. We're getting it done. And that's all that matters. But I want to show you guys what I am like the most excited about in terms of the medicinal herbs that I'm growing right now. I started from seed. I did not think that it was going to make it. It took so long to germinate. The germination rate just was terrible. And it was like this fragile itty bitty little baby for the longest time. But check it out now. Here she is. This is Balm, y'all. This has a ton of medicinal purposes. You can make tea, it helps with insomnia, helps with menstrual cramps. I'm really excited about it. So Balm is part of the mint family. So from what I've gathered, it's very prolific. So I'm hoping we'll actually get a good bit more after I trim it back a little bit. The leaves are what you would use to make tea. And then you can actually take the flowers and like throw them into salads and eat them as well. I'm actually going to try to propagate some because I mentioned in our last video I'm moving, so I don't want to lose this because this will come back next year here, but I want to take some of it with me. So let's do that. Hidden back there, some more basil, tie-dye basil and a purple opal basil. Go ahead and get that cut down. So you guys probably don't know, but my background is in nursing and I am a big proponent of holistic health and wellness. So one thing that I really like to do, instead of taking medicines to treat symptoms, I like to take things that help support my body do the things it naturally does on its own. So 6 years ago, I was turned on to holy basil by a local vendor at a farmer's market, specifically geared towards respiratory support. My husband has asthma, so that was why I was really interested in it. We tried it. He enjoys the tea a lot, and he finds that it really does help his asthma symptoms. It supports his respiratory system very, very well, and we're very happy with it, which is why we're growing it now. So if that's something that you're interested in, I couldn't recommend holy basil enough. Some people don't really like it. It's a little bit potent. It's not exactly something I would cook with. But like I said, my husband enjoys the tea, so give it a try. All right, guys, I really think that this herb harvest was quite a success. What do we think? All right, so now let's go in. Let's dry some herbs, and I think we're gonna make some pesto. Guys, I really appreciate you hanging out and harvesting herbs with me. I'm getting ready to tie all this up and hang it to dry, but I wanted to share with you this book by Leslie Brems. I have several herb books. This one is phenomenal. It covers so much, and it literally covers everything from like designing a cottage garden to culinary aspects, medicinal aspects, how to harvest, how to identify pictures from seed, leaves, flowers. It's just, it's a wealth of knowledge. It was actually written and published back in like the 80s out of Europe, so that's probably why it's such a wealth of knowledge. But if you can get your hands on this bad boy, I think I actually got this in a Facebook group, like a resale. Go ahead and it's a good one. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.